Y'all really didn't want to like this in-season tournament, huh? I told y'all. Before the season began and the news came out, I sat on the desk with the homie CP and the homie Alex on Knicks Fan TV, letting y'all know I knew this was going to happen. The minute we got into the meat and potatoes of this thing, all y'all were going to become fans.
I think it's going to be a lot more entertaining than a lot of people expect this first time around. And I'm hoping that, you know, maybe we make some noise so I can make a trip and come and watch the Knicks in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? So true. Be right back here. You know what I mean? Come on.
This is my beef with y'all. Y'all be judging things before y'all even see the full information. Y'all remind me of my kids. Y'all be like, oh no, I don't want that. That's trash. That's trash. Then you be like, huh? Hold on, this nigga actually pretty cool. The in-season tournament is cool, and we are seeing the extra element that is added for something that really doesn't take anything away from what is already the regular season. Yes, extra games gonna be added. Yes, if the Knicks win their next game, they're gonna have to play in Vegas and then have to fly all the way back to New York. Those little things, sure, but it's still a part of what we already have to go through in the regular season. This thing is cool, and the whole point differential, I'm trying to tell y'all, I knew this was gonna happen. Last night was one of the most fun times with the NBA on X or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it, because now everybody's paying attention to who's gonna stand where. The Knicks handled this, so now who's gonna win and who goes. It was a great time. Knicks advance, and they're going to be playing in what's called the wild card game against the Milwaukee Bucks. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be in Milwaukee, but it's gonna be a fun time. But before we even talk about that, the Knicks handled business against the Hornets. It wasn't easy, but we handled business. After an up and down weekend, and now there's blowout win against the Hornets, the Knicks sit at 10-7 and are a win away from making a trip to Vegas. Things looking good for the New York Knicks. It's exciting times right now in the NBA. Is the regular season back? I don't know. But what I do know is it's time to run the intro. What's going on, CK Cruise Boy, CK2K, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do not forget to like this video. Yes, your boy got a cut. I got rid of the struggle hair. I was in my Jay-Z bag. I was growing the hair out because I was gaining my wisdom and I was in my grind time. And then now I just decided to cut it off. I can't settle on hairdos. It's just it's my shtick. Y'all know me. I'm 1 minute I have long hair, next minute I have short hair. It is what it is. Just like the New York Knicks. 1 minute we want to play like a team that absolutely is trash against a team that we should be blowing out. And then the next minute we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing and blowing out this said team, because that game against Charlotte looked like it was going to be a barn burner for no reason until the fourth quarter came around, where Emmanuel Quickley sealed the deal for us. Once again, a lot like the Miami Heat game, Emmanuel Quickley helped lead us to the promised land and ultimately finish off the Charlotte Hornets in that game. I'm going to Emmanuel Quickley first because without Emmanuel Quickley, there was no potential big lead for us. But also, the big guy we got to go to in this game is none other than Julius Randle. Like I've been saying a lot more frequently this season, and I'm happy to be saying a lot more frequently this season, Julius Randle gave us one of those games where he's not forcing the issue. He let the game come to him, so much so where he was trying to facilitate and get other guys going, especially guys like Mitchell Robinson. Him and Jalen Brunson were trying to get the ball inside to Mitchell Robinson to let him cook. And then it was several other plays where we had put back dunks from Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein. So Mitchell Robinson was solid. Love what RJ Barrett did for us from the free throw line. Yes, the shooting was not great for him percentage-wise, him nor Jalen Brunson. But what RJ provided for us from the free throw line was what we need. The free throws for this team were phenomenal in this game. Well-rounded win. A win that we should have expected, especially with LaMelo Ball not playing, especially with Brandon Miller, who got hurt in that first half. And you can tell he wasn't the same throughout the remainder of the game. Miles Bridges getting booed out of the building. This is exactly what we expected from this game against the Charlotte Hornets. But what was important was the implications and the strength of what this game meant for the New York Knicks, because with this game, the New York Knicks were able to clinch their spot in the next stage in the in-season tournament, because we were already in second place with 2-1 record and a plus 18 point differential at the time. But then also being able to beat the Heat, beating this Hornets team right here, putting us at 3-1, and with the Bucks going undefeated in this entire thing, the Knicks were able to seal the deal and get their spot to go and now play against the Milwaukee Bucks early next week. As me recording this video right now, the date was not put into place on when it's happening, but the number 4 seeded Knicks will be playing against the number 1 seeded Bucks in an elimination game to see who will head into Vegas to then play another elimination game. And then if they win that game, they can ultimately make it to the finals. It's a lot of fun. It's so exciting. I'm planning on going to Vegas regardless, and I would love to be able to go and witness the Knicks be a part of this first ever in-season tournament. Now, there are some minor negatives with this in-season tournament play. One being that we will be playing the Bucks 5 times this season, because now you're adding an extra game against the Bucks on top of the already scheduled games against the Milwaukee Bucks. As far as adding another game against the Bucks, I'm with Tom Thibodeau on how I feel about that. It don't matter. We gotta play who we gotta play, however we gotta play them. I'm with Tibbs on this one.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's like, whatever your circumstances are, you make the bet. When they tell us we got to play this team 5 times, we play them 5 times, and be ready. That whatever it is, you know, they say it's 8 times, it's 8 times, right? Whatever the schedule says, that's what you have. Sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not. Just be ready to play, and that's where we want the focus to be. You know, so don't change your strategy of how you prepare. Get ready for every game, and then analyze what happened, and then move on to the next one. You know, you can't feel too good about your wins because they keep coming.
And Fred Katz also talked about the fact that if we end up going and playing in Vegas, and the crazy amount around the world that the Knicks are going to be flying in a 2-week span, he tweeted out something to keep in mind. If the Knicks made it to Vegas, their schedule would be really tough. Games in Vegas December 7th and 9th, then back to New York December 11th for a home game, and then back out west for a 4-game road trip. Then starts December 13th in Utah. So he's bringing up a good point about how we go around the world with all that kind of stuff, but I mean, it's not a big deal. Like I said, these are minute details and minute problems for the Knicks to have. I mean, I would love to be a part of the first ever in-season tournament in general. I would love to win it, but just to be able to be a part of those teams in Vegas and be a part of that conversation for history would be great. And here's the thing, there's people who are asking me if I actually care about this in-season tournament when I've said it a gazillion times that I do, and I think it's gonna be fun. It's this: the NBA has added a free tournament for everybody to be a part of and everybody to win. You're obviously going to get a championship. You're obviously going to be etched in history for the NBA in some way, shape, or form. And it's free for everybody because it just pertains to regular season games that are already guaranteed to you. You just have to win them at certain times, and the stakes are now, as you've seen, a lot higher. And right now, the New York Knicks have placed themselves in that spot. So yes, it is something I do care about. No, this does not have the same kind of power as an NBA championship. That's fine, but this is a free tournament, and it only builds up the chemistry and builds up the belief in this team going forward long term after having an NBA Cup. We've seen at the college level how some of these teams take those classics that they have to play serious, like the Hawaiian Classic and those in-season tournaments for Duke and some of those blue collar colleges and what they do, and also in a soccer level. Yes, it's a little bit different, but you see how they take these kind of tournaments serious because it's more bragging rights for this team. Yes, it's not ultimately the NBA championship, but down the line when we're talking about the NBA Cup in year 10 or year 15, we're talking about how the Knicks have a few of them, and by that time we don't know the kind of power the NBA Cup's gonna have. It's gonna be nice to have in the mantle. So yes, I want to be a part of it. It's free for us to win. It's nothing added that we have to do. So I'm gonna be excited about it. I'm competitive like that. You're gonna give me something, I'm gonna go and take it if I have the opportunity to take it. That's just simply how I look at it. I'm not looking at it any other way. Again, like I said at the top of the video, y'all too quick to judge and hate on something before you actually see it. And I think this is something that's gonna be sticking around. Now, obviously, yes, like I said, there's gonna be tweaks to it, but it's just fun that the Knicks can be a part of this and can be a part of history. But before we even get into that, we do have games coming up to end off this week. One against the Detroit Pistons that are not playing very well right now, but we don't want to be on the opposite side of what could potentially be a trap game with the Detroit Pistons. And then we got one against Toronto, and regardless of what the record is and who's playing like what over there, the Knicks and Toronto is never an easy game, regardless of who's coaching and regardless of who's suited up for the Toronto Raptors. So we have these games, and we're only at a record of 10-7. And the good thing about the Knicks so far this season is we're 8-0 against teams that are below 500, but we haven't been doing so great against those above 500 teams. And I think the Knicks need to get some sort of momentum, especially against those sub 500 teams, when it comes to Detroit and it comes to Toronto. We got to get those wins so we can get a momentum, so we can be able to show out in games a lot like the one that's going to be against Milwaukee next week. So these wins are important for us more than just record. But what says you? What's your thoughts about the NBA in-season tournament? I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about that. I want to read that in future videos. And speaking of reading comments in future videos, it's time for some comments of the video. Let's get into them. See, here's my point. First one, OC5406 says, you really care about the in-season tournament? There's only one championship trophy that matters in the NBA, and in-season trophy is not it. That's what I'm saying. You guys have such a closed off mindset when it comes to things, and I don't like to live like that. I'm a competitive dude. The NBA has installed this thing. You see the players are actually caring about it. We're hearing Julius Randle say this about the in-season tournament.
It was fun. It makes the game more competitive. It keeps you engaged. So credit to the league. This in-season tournament is pretty fun.
So yes, I'm competitive. The Knicks have a chance to win it. The Knicks are in that competition. I want it. I want the cup. I want the history. I want it. So if that makes me lame, then I'll be lame with it. But I like the fact that we have a chance at this, and I feel like any team has a chance at this. I think it's something fun to look forward to in the future, and it's only going to get better here on out. Steadied Aim says, love the editing style, CK. Very entertaining. Just wish the episodes were like an hour long. This one is pertaining to my new 2K series that I have on the channel. I've started a brand new Knicks rebuild, but Knicks My GM series on the channel. It's like a dramatic parallel universe of me running the New York Knicks. The only way that I can really explain is you have to watch the video yourself. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. I'm really gonna have fun with this series. And yeah, I don't think I can make them an hour because there's a lot of editing and a lot of me putting things together, and I want to keep the season parallel with the real NBA season, but I do intend to make the videos a lot longer going forward in future episodes, possibly 30 minutes. Maybe they can go a little over that as the season goes on, but I appreciate that, and I got a lot of love on that. I appreciate a lot of you guys for that. Anyways, a lot of these comments are older because of the videos and streams I've done in between. I appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you comment in the comment section below, and you will be in the next video if your comment is something that I would like to talk about or it's a solid question. Appreciate you guys as always for the support. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. I'm out of here. We will be back tomorrow for another watch along with CK2K against the Detroit Pistons. And then on Friday, I will be live again over on Knicks Fan TV for that watch along over there. It's been lit over there and they're lit over here. You don't want to miss the vibes. Your boy has been grinding, and I appreciate all your support. All right, see you guys in the next one. Let's get it. Let's go, Knicks. Give me my dub against the Hornets. We move. I want the Bucks, but let's not skip past the next 2 games. All right, I'm ready. I'll see you on the next one.
Cold pizza Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for that new wave. I think I like it how it is.